everyone, and welcome along to F1 2015. We're here for a 25% race around Belgium in our Williams of Valtteri Bottas. I think we have a race strategy which is for the prime time around lap 5 or 6. I do have a car setup to do as well, so I think we're going to go for this one. Which is a career mode episode I actually tried to make. But anyway, guys, we are here on the grid at Belgium. Let's go to those red lights.
Okay, remember,
and since we're a massive car for some reason. But anyway, it's lights out and away we go. We've got off to a pretty decent start there. The AI are an expert. We're coming now in towards turn 1. We have to make sure we don't get tags. We've always been done at a Grand Prix, but now we've managed to survive any sort of contact going up towards our roof. Now this is where you can get such a good straight line speed. We're going side by side with Daniel Ricciardo. That was absolutely dangerous. We managed to hold it around the outside, and now we're going to put it up into fast. If we don't tank with Raikkonen there, we're going to get an absolute slipstream off him. And now coming down in towards the chicane, and there's the two Mercedes fighting there, and there's a Sebastian Vettel and getting on the action as well then. So we need to really compromise this because we can gain so much time up that per Rouge and then up on that long Camel straight. So we need to think about making a move here on Sebastian Vettel. We're getting coming up to him very quickly, and if the two Mercedes battle, that means that they won't be able to get away as easily as we will. So now coming up towards the back of Vettel, coming in towards a loop-on, I think it is, or something like that. Pulling 5G through that corner there, but look at the sparks coming off of that Ferrari ahead of us here. But it says we're a Massa's car, but I picked Valtteri Bottas's car. But anyway, I'm not that fast as long as we're racing in a Williams, which is the team I actually chose. So now coming up to the end now of Sector 2, all over the back of Vettel. Can we get in the slipstream here? And look at the straight line speed here we have in our Williams car. Brilliant to see. And then we're going to fly past the Ferrari. We're up into P3 then. And look at this. Can we get Nico Rosberg maybe going down in towards the bus stop chicane? We're going very, very fast. Almost clasping to the back of Lewis Hamilton there. But just managed to hold it off and just keep it calm under brakes. So Hamilton then obviously sending the fastest lap because obviously it's only the first lap. So we'll have to wait and see how we do then. So now coming up to the Campbell, or up towards Eau Rouge, and now this is where we can get an absolute runner here. Up towards Eau Rouge, into fast mix. I completely had a massive tail of oversteer there. Coming up Eau Rouge, but now here we go on Lewis Hamilton. We're going to get the slipstream advantage. We smash past him, and now we are a legal overtake apparently. I think that is. Oh, hang on. No, I think it was a yellow flags I took in. Sorry. I thought that might have been a glitch then. But I think it's because I overtook in yellow flag conditions, and this actually punishes you on this game, which I forgot about that. So my apologies there. But anyway, we don't want to get Lewis Hamilton away here because that means we're going to be on the back foot of this race, and then we're going to have to defend from Nico Rosberg maybe. So now we need to make sure that Hamilton doesn't get away from us here, and we need to make sure that we close onto him and make sure that we don't fall back, because we want to win this race, but we want to make it exciting. We don't want to do a Sebastian Vettel and just run off into the distance like nothing's happened. So now coming up to Lewis Hamilton here, we're going to try and get into the slipstream advantage, getting up into the rich mix. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything here. We're going to be a little bit too far back unless we can make an absolute dive bomb into the bus stop chicane. Going down now in towards it. We're going to go very deep into the corner, but yeah, Hamilton fights us on the exit, and that's great to see the AI still good as ever. I accidentally made a mistake. I went through the tyres there and I should have the fuel. But now coming up down in towards turn 1, we go a little bit wide, missing the apex a little bit there, but now coming up to Eau Rouge once again, put it up into fast. Let's see what we can do here. Rosberg looking very scary behind me as well, but we're going to make sure we have an absolute runner here at Eau Rouge. We sort of had a little bit of an issue there, but now coming up with DRS, we're going to move into the inside line and absolutely smash him up the inside. That sounded absolutely horrible, but we're past now Lewis Hamilton, but we're a little bit wide on the exit of the chicane, but we're okay. We still hold P1 for the moment, but it looks like Hamilton trying to come around the outside of me here, and now that he's going to battle with Rosberg, and that was very close indeed there, but we have got Hamilton for P1, and now what we need to do is just pull away here, but it's going to be very difficult, especially with the Mercedes straight line speed. It's going to be a little bit better than ours, but as long as we can create a little bit of a gap. But I want this race to have some action in it, and it looks like it's going to have action in it all over the show at the moment.
We're racing again.
And yellow flags again now. I'm not sure why they keep showing yellow flags. Oh, I think Rosberg and Vettel, they must have collided. What on earth happened there? Oh, so that's what the yellow flags were for. I thought they were just appearing up for random things, but now Lewis coming right up in our slipstream. We have to make sure we're leaving plenty of room. I'm not going to hold off, but he's got me before we've even managed it. He got that without DRS as well, but we're going to try now get him into the bus stop chicane. I go absolutely... No, I didn't. I thought I was going to go miles wide, but I just managed to hold it on in there. And we have now got that position, and we have DRS to contend with as well, so that's very good news for us as we now go down in towards turn 1 and make sure we get him under brakes. I mean, very slowly into turn 1 to make sure we hold up Hamilton, but what on earth happened to Rosberg and Vettel? I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if it's put Rosberg out of the race or it's just further down the order, but we'll have to wait and see. But now we have a very scary Lewis Hamilton right behind us here, and I think this is going to be a very head-to-head battle between us. Now we will have the DRS, and I'm going to cover the inside line to make sure that he doesn't get the shorter line in towards this chicane, and I don't think Hamilton's got the move. He hasn't, so he's still right there though, so I can't back down. I wonder if he had DRS. I didn't see his flap open, but if he had DRS, then it just proves that Mercedes straight line speed isn't as good as mine then. So that's very interesting to take on board on this race. But meanwhile, Hamilton really gaining into loop on here. He's going to try and nip up the inside here, and oh, we banged tyres as Hamilton left me no room on the exit. I gave him as much room as I could. I was literally on the curb, but Hamilton just sort of not really caring and just smashing up my inside and almost taking me out there as we're coming up to a lap car already on lap 4 here. That's pretty embarrassing. That must be a car who's lost a front wing or something, because for him to be lapped at this stage of the race is just ridiculous. So we'll have to wait and see who that is. But meanwhile, look at the sparks from Lewis Hamilton's car. We're going to have to really gain in the slipstream here. We're going to have to dive down the inside of the bus stop chicane. He's still there on the inside. We get very close to him though. He's going to go for a tighter line. We're going to have to now try and get him under exit full acceleration with DRS as well. Obviously he won't have DRS, but if we come out to this lap car, I wonder if it's Nico Rosberg. But we go down the inside into turn 1 and we get the move done. Great move for us there, and that puts us back up into P1 then. So coming up Eau Rouge now. I'm pretty sure Hamilton will have DRS this time around, but we'll have to wait and see for him as he'll have the DRS. So let's see what the straight line speed is, and he just doesn't seem to be gaining on me on the straight at all, and that's really surprising. I thought the Mercedes would be absolutely pounding me there as I go absolutely wide on the exit of the Camel Straight, and now Hamilton's going to get me back, but now we're going to come in towards the Camel Straight once again down the inside. This is a brilliant fight between me and Hamilton for the P1 position, and he's still there on the inside, and now he's finally got me. But blimey, that was some great action side by side there from me and Hamilton. But now all going into wide on the right on the curb there, and that's allowed Hamilton to get away from me here, so that's not good at all. I need to redeem myself here and get him back. So now we need to really push on here and really need to try and see what we can do coming up towards the sort of middle part now of this lap. And now I'm going to stay out for another lap, I think, because I believe that the tyres are not that bad at the moment. So I'm going to see what Hamilton does, because if Hamilton pits, then it means I can get the... Well, I'm going to try and go for the overcut, really. But is there anything such as an overcut? I'm not sure if there is. Oh, Hamilton has come in, so I'll come in as well then. So we'll see how this works out for us, but we're going to put on the prime tyre and see how we do then. So coming into the pits, it's all about the pit stops. I can't get hold up here, because if I get held up, but I don't think anyone's coming in the pit, so it's all about the pit stops. But Hamilton jumped me as probably we would have known, but 2.5, quite slow, not as fast as I've had previously that I've seen for some, but we're going to rejoin, I think, in P4. So P4 it is then, yeah it is. So we're going to have to get some temperature into the tyres for the first part and then see how we do. And by the way guys, if you didn't know, this is actually the longest race or the longest track on the F1 calendar, if you didn't know, but I'm actually going to save a little bit of fuel for this little outlap that we have. And Hamilton going so slowly, what is he doing here? We've come out the pits on cold tyres, but Hamilton going really, really slowly here. I'm going to try and nip up the inside. I don't want to take any risks, so I have to be a little bit careful. He leaves me no room and blocking his position very well indeed. He comes over to the side of the track there. I didn't think he was going to leave me any room at all. I was accidentally cut the corner there, but I was worried of what Hamilton was going to do next for me. But he seems to be very quick into the second sector. That's where I seem to lack pace, and that seems to be where Mercedes has a lot, and that's where he gained a lot of time on me there. So, but it seems to me that we have more straight line speed than the Mercedes, even when the Mercedes has DRS. So I don't really understand what's going on there. Maybe we have a better setup. Maybe the setup I loaded was a lot better than what Hamilton has at the moment. But coming to the Camel Straight, then look at that. He's pulled a massive gap from me again. As you can see, out of sector 2, which I just said seems to be the corner or the sector that Hamilton can really gain time on me here, but we can gain a lot back, as that's my teammate Felipe Massa there gaining time on me, as we are in the DRS line as well. But we don't seem to have much straight line speed down the start-finish straight, so it's going to be a little bit of an issue for us. But now coming in towards turn 1, we should get out ahead of everyone, as I accidentally clipped the wall there of the inside of turn 2, and that's Roberto Meri, so no idea why he's so slow this race. But bring it down into standard now. We want to save a little bit of fuel and then hopefully burn a lot towards the end of the race if we can't catch Lewis Hamilton, and we are not even in the DRS range. But can we get Lewis Hamilton with all what we have? No, we can't. We're way, 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 way too far back to even get a little bit closer. And once again, corner cutting accidentally, not doing it on purpose obviously, but have to make sure we get Lewis here, because he's starting to look a little bit fast, and now that he'll get the heat into the tyres, he'll be even faster, because he will have the tyres and it will be embedded into the road for him to have more grip. So we have to make sure we keep on him. But what a first race for this. This is absolutely brilliant to see, and I'm very happy with how this has gone so far. But now we are actually gaining on Hamilton here. As you can see, the gap is coming down, I think, slowly but surely in this sector 2, and this is where Hamilton should be faster. So I'm not sure what's happening there. Engineer just talking about fuel there. I was trying to listen to how much I had, but I didn't quite hear. I've accidentally changed the camera angle. My mistake, guys. But as you can see, we're gaining on Lewis Hamilton here absolutely massively, as now we're trying to get into the slipstream. I'm going to dive into the inside, into the bus stop chicane. He's there, and he's not there anymore because we've overtaken him, and I think we'll get DRS. No, he won't. He has the DRS. So I overtook him a little bit earlier than I would have liked to. But I was actually trying to, when I accidentally changed the camera angle, I was actually trying to see how much fuel we had left.
Repeat the message.
But I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll have to wait and see how much we'll have, because he will eventually say it. But Hamilton's got a much better run on me now into the Camel Straight, and finally the Mercedes has some pace to overtake me down the Camel Straight. But can we hold it in towards turn 1? Into turn 1, into P1, sorry, but we can't. Hamilton gets us, but finally the Mercedes had some mega straight line speed there with the DRS. So it just proves that